We like it crazy sometimes. Over crazy. When you feel you are crazy. What do you do? I think crazy is a good topic. How do you spell crazy? Crazy. I'm crazy in love with you. When you can't contain it, you become crazy. This is crazy. And who is crazy? Feeling the normal into the abnormal. Give me a break. Let me take a moment. Take a moment to change the topic. Crazy and normal. I think this is a good topic. Because you can feel out of order. I am talking more or less with many people that feels crazy. They overthink. They do all sorts of mind boggling with themselves. And it's normal. I think it's when they have been in a situation which is quite foreign to them. When the situation around them have been changed. When you can't really know who is who. I talk with many people like that because they have some regrets or feeling that they should have regrets. But they don't figure out everything. Like a a hangover before you get the hangover. I have been doing this a lot. I've been exposing myself a lot. Even here, I can have this hangover. Why did I do this? How come I did this in the beginning? It's crazy. It's the crazy notion of not being normal. Let me. The crazy feeling of not being normal, standing out as abnormal. It's a weird, very common feeling. I think most of those that are smart, reflective, sorry for that are boggling their minds with all sorts of worries. Why did I need to say that? What is this all about? When you have been somewhere and you don't know why and how to understand people's reaction, it seems a little bit foreign. When they are not straight out when you are together with people that keep holding back their reaction, I think that is tormenting. Rather than to spell it out, just spit it out. If you have different opinions, I had this occasion where a man was debating another, and he was ridiculed, and he went away. All the time I sat there and didn't say anything. And the other man, he went away. Maybe he felt trapped. But when the man had gone, the other man said to me, "Oh, you know, we can't deal with all those crazy people." Then I responded without this man knowing about it. He never knew what I responded. And I said to this man that was more or less laughing at the other, "I totally agree with the other man, he that left." I think that was a sobering moment for Mr. Besserwisser. I think so. And maybe the hangover shouldn't be all on the one that left, but he that tried to ridicule the other one. And I could be sitting there feeling very strange by not having my word said, but I was worried that this debate, which every kind of debate it was if I contributed there, it would be just escalation of the debate, so that they would straight out hit each other. So in many ways I didn't agree with both of them, because they used some harsh words and very confrontative, and it was not an argument of a case, it was just an accusation of the other. So it could be a non-productive contribution if I had attended this debate, so-called debate. So I didn't do it. I just left them to be where they were. It was a black screen like this. You can feel it. After drinking too much alcohol, we call that hangover. It's a crazy feeling of not being in a normal state. If you have been exposed for a life that have been tormenting you in a way for a long time, in your childhood upbringing, you are tormented, you are singled out, you are alone, more or less alone, you are against, or everyone is against you. Different perspective, of course, but it doesn't really matter, because if you feel alone, you feel alone. There is no middle ground. Either they are against you or you are against them. It's nothing, no one to blame. In fact, it's just a premise for feeling. Everybody to trust. You can. And the trust issue is giving this crazy feeling of not being in a normal state. Everyone is is having their opinion and seemingly to be agreeing totally with each other, and only you feel outside, awkward and misplaced. The first time an artist go up on the stage, first time you do the video, YouTube, do the music, entertainment, exhibit your own art, painting or modeling, anything, first time. First time you were born, you didn't know what to feel. It felt maybe cruel. You cried. You want to cry. Everyone feels weak, soft, drilled into many holes in your body you can't really defend. They take you on your vulnerability. When you are born, you are vulnerable for anything, anywhere, anything. Can't stand alone. No one can really stand alone if you don't manage the situation where you are put, where you came. It's just how you can feel in yourself when you are a stranger in an environment. You may know the environment, but even though you feel outside. I am regarded as a third culture kid. I grew up in Kenya. When we came back to Norway, I was a different person, or in a different culture, a different person to them. I was a different person to those in Kenya. I was a different person to those in Norway. But among those that I grew up with in Kenya, or have the same experience, upbringing, growing up, we have some commonalities. I met such a guy in Haifa, a Norwegian guy that was visiting a guest house. And he said, I'm son of a missionary in Ethiopia. And I never forget, because I felt the mutual understanding. Whatever I said, I felt good. I felt warm. I felt the commonalities together with this guy. It was a very strange feeling of unity, of coexistence in a different world, separated from by time, by geographic distance. But even though it was as my brother, seems that those that I grew up with didn't have this strange, I didn't have this coexistence with them. The more they knew me, the more distance I felt from them. It was as if they knew something about me I didn't know if they knew or what was the fact. It was this feeling that we have this Kafka. Someone knows something about me they are not telling. The Kafka feeling. That crazy abnormality. You don't know what they know. And they seem to have their opinion made about you. And that can torment a mind, a soul, into distancing himself or herself from those people that he or she grew up with. There is no bonds. There is no real relationships together with those strangers. It seems to be off with everything. They are strangers, they don't know how you think, how you feel, whatever they think they know, they don't really know. Because maybe their mind is made up. They don't take pictures frequently. They only have this one picture of you, and that is how you are. You are that guy. That is similar to accusing a lawyer to defend a criminal. That's every person have their rights. Only in a Muslim country, I heard a Muslim accuse this lawyer, Jewish lawyer, to defend Epstein. But he haven't the faintest clue that to defend a human being and give the human being the chance of erecting and straightening out his own doing. Need to be proofs, and the defender are very preoccupied with the proofs that the accuser would have. And every human have their defense, but only in Muslim country you can kill a human over assumption. It was a Muslim that accused this guy for defending Epstein. Epstein was a criminal, of course, as far as we know. But he was imprisoned. He was wiped off this earth, not being able to defend his case. I don't pity people like that, but every human being, it's the human rights. And the Muslim people have they have only rights for the Muslims, especially men. The women, they are so-called taken care of. Whatever, that makes the whole Muslim entity very foreign to their own kind. To grow up in a Christian community makes you crazy. You wouldn't hear someone like me, a Christian, say something like that, but it is the truth. You can feel so foreign in a religious community because everything is said and done, and you don't really know what is said and done, what is really the case. You have to adapt, you have to understand, you have to go with the flow. And if you can't do that, if you are more independent, if you are more critical, if you are a critical person. I grew up in the Christian community, I became critical. And that made me a foreign person. I was accused for not only being crazy, but also going after the church. I was accused. Who would say that as for being skeptical? All those that was skeptical to the vaccine was deemed crazy. It's just how people react, because they go with the flow. They have no internal resistance. They have no spiritual resistance. They have no social resistance to wrongdoing. So there are more anti-Semites. There is much more anti-Semitism than we know, because it is dwelling within the people that can't resist the multitudes, what the mainstream are saying. So you feel awkward, you feel outside that realm of normality. That is normal for them. But what is normal is to have resistance. That is the normal. So be happy, at least for having the resistance, even you lost your family, your friends, and maybe your work. During the crisis, the pandemic crisis, as they call it, many lost their jobs because some were afraid of the vaccine. They were not conspiratoric. It was just a worried mind. If you are considering everything, every information, and don't act as a prejudiced idiot, you would be worried. Even you. But you are a naive idiot going with the flow, and therefore you can't stand my videos because they are out of order. I'm the false prophet here, and you will never know what is normal, because you think that what mainstream people are doing, that is normal. That is normal, and you act accordingly. You are the crazy ones. There is a joke that those that are hospitalized because they are so-called crazy, they say when they are into the consultation, they say, everyone is crazy but me. That's why I'm protected by these walls of the hospital. I'm protected. It's good. The whole world is crazy, and it's a good way to, because we get a little bit tormented. We get tormented in our mind. A guy asked me, because he was hospitalized and got treatment, and asked me, do you think that it has something to do, or he asked the doctor, do you think that it have something to do with my worried mind? And I said to this guy, because of course this is the case. You can get heart attack of worrying. You can get all kinds of diseases in your body because your mind is busy doing stuff or working on stuff that isn't good, isn't normal it's tormenting. It's crazy tormenting. It is the craziness of the outside world that this man was sensing. And I said, a good answer to this is what happened to Jesus. It stated that he was so worried and afraid that his sweat turned into blood. His blood vessels broke. So he was sweating blood, not normal liquid sweat. So that is how the body can react to too much abnormality, too much blame doing and stigmatizing. And this world that we are in now is far from normal. Nothing, I have to state it, nothing is normal in this world. The media is lying. The media is lying to you. They have their own agenda that is just political and religious. According to the leftists, it's all religious. They have their own religious agenda. Mr. Trump is crazy and Biden is good. Mr. Kamala is good. Netanyahu is bad. How stupid can you believe? How stupid can you be in order to believe such lies, such narrated saying? It's as if you are stupid if you don't believe their lies. It's crazy. So, my friends, everyone can feel this abnormality. When you are in a finite conjunction with family, friends, you feel awkward for saying something. And I tell my friends and family, it's normal to feel that way. Keep that sensitivity of yours. Keep it. Be good with it. And be proud of it, because you are sensitive. You are bright, intellectual, and it's good to have this sensitivity that you have, reacting to something that is not good. Everyone can feel that way, but no one does do anything about it. What do we do about such and such? I said to myself, if I know I did something wrong, I will do something about that. But if I don't really know what was wrong, but I feel I have this feeling, I will wait a couple of days. Just let it be like that, and let it dwell. Let me contemplate over it, and let it sink in. Sometimes we need only the experience of feeling awkward, feeling crazy, feeling that there is craziness in this normality. The normal world have everything to do about craziness, the chaotic craziness. Because out of chaos, out of chaos, you would say in English, chaos, maybe the chaos contain normality. Or the normality is all about chaos. It's a coexistence with each other. I think so. I think we have to live with this craziness in this world. Because when we see matter, there is no matter. When we go deep into the molecules and atoms and electrons and all the stuff that we can't see by our own eyes, everything evaporates to nothing. Everything is nothing. So maybe the waiting for a couple of days, it evaporates, it vanishes for our eyes. It's not that prevalent, it's not that active. We are confined, we are okay, we have adjusted, and we got shalom.